loans are back, and actually, funny enough, Dan and I were just having a little bit of a gag session and realized that we should probably go live, give you guys the scoop. Now, understand, so bridge loans have been around for a little while. However, the market really hasn't dictated the necessity. So really they became a thing of the past. But they're back now, and what we're going to look for are some of the things to consider, some of the process, because there's time involved, right?
Yes, time.
All right. So before we do that, though, let's do a quick market update here. All right. So year to date, inventory is still down. Again, we're not going to see any kind of change. We're not going to see really any numbers adjust off of this number until we start seeing April, May, June, where that's actually where we started to see a balance, because we still had, between January and April, we still had more market inventory to play with. All right. So new on market, the awesome sauce here, it's up 12%. Last week, we were at 8.2% up. Now, we're at 12% up, which that's actually really good because we need it, because as Dan knows, there's only 2.5 weeks of inventory, and actually it's down to 2 weeks now, and buyers are struggling right now, aren't they?
Yes.
Finding homes, getting something, multiple offers, removing contingencies, it's a little insane out there. Yeah. Okay, pended. When we talk about pended, that means that's where a buyer and a seller agree to terms, but it hasn't closed yet. They still have financing. They still have an inspection. They still have things that they need to do to pull their financing to close. All right, here's the big one, 12.7%. Year over year, sales are up. Last week, we were at 3.3%. The reason I'm putting these last week numbers up is to show you that the momentum is not slowing down. In fact, it's actually picking up. We looked at a couple of properties. There were 30 offers. It was unbelievable. And we were not the prevailing offer, unfortunately. So with that, there are some great opportunities, to allow folks that currently own a home,
right,
and want to purchase their next home, have assets to be able to support it, right?
Yeah.
And we're not talking about, you have to be the Bill Gates out there. Right. We're talking about normal people and process, right?
Right.
We'll get that to just a little bit. All right. So last week, or I say in the last 7 days, we had 946 homes coming on market. We had 1,394 that went off market. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but if we're looking at an inventory that keeps going down, and it's January, and we're still seeing more pended, we had 1,002 that sold, but we only had 946 that came on market. I'm not a mathematician. We're going the wrong way. So if you're a seller out there, you need to consider getting on market. If you have considered that, yes, this year is the time for me to make a move, you need to start considering that. So we put a couple of seller tips up here for you. Seller tip number one. Remember, this is really important. Pay attention. All right. The first impression that people have of your home is price. Okay? Keep that in mind. Pricing is everything. The market is way too smart to overpay what they feel market value is. All right? Just understand that. That's why there are homes that have been on the market longer than 25 days, 40 days, when you should be selling in 7 to 10 days. Minus condos. Condos are excluded. They're struggling because of interest rates and people wanting to move into homes, right? Yep. Totally common. When interest rates start going way up, people will start taking a look at condos. Why? Well, because of the transition and price point and everything else. All right. So update your walkway. In other words, as you're driving past, okay, I guess it's this way. As you're driving past, you want to make sure that your house looks appealing, okay? And your walkway up to your home tells a story. And you need to make sure that you're telling a story of warmth and home and appeal and what? Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to my home. In fact, many of my clients are probably laughing because that's one of the questions. You open the door and say, welcome to my, what does it say? So that's one of the questions we say. All right. So update or add lighting to the front. Remember, we're still getting dark at 5 o'clock. Okay. Well, not get closer to 5. So understand having a lighted path, something to help light in addition to what's on the front of your house. If you have the 1990s brass light fixture hanging out in front of your house, you should change it. And if you need help, go to bentleycontractors.com. They will help you. Okay? Understand, people are going to make a decision on your home based on what they see on the outside. I kid you not. And over 27 years of practice, we have been going and you drive and they'll just say, hey, George, just keep going, man. Just keep driving. And there's others say, oh my God, look at that. That is so cute. That is such a beautiful home, right? You laugh, but it's true.
It's true.
All right. Okay. So you're supposed to support me better. So anyway.
I agree.
All right. So understand, okay, you must make the street appeal, give it eye candy, which is number 3. Give it some color. Add, okay. So bless my mother's heart, that does not mean go out and put a bunch of plastic silk flowers out in your yard.
Pink flamingos?
Yeah, pink flamingos are not the recommended choice in this area. All right. However, what you can do is get some seasonal plants that are going to give some color. Not necessarily, I mean, it would be nice if they had like nice, pretty purple and pink and white, whatever, and they might be out there. I am not a gardener. I hate gardening. So there are people that are on bentleycontractors.com that can help you with that. And, just let us know. You can inquire with them, but add some color. Give your house a little bit of color, which color comes in now to the 4th one right here. Okay. Now, I can't tell you how many homes we've been out to this last year, and I roll up and I think, my goodness sakes, people, seriously, this is the most expensive asset that most people own, and it is in dire straits of a paint job. You can see it is sun faded. Okay, you need to paint your house every 5 to 7 years. It's not the paint doesn't last forever. And paint it and add some color. And if you don't know what colors, hey, I'm going to make this super simple for you. And I tell this to folks all the time. You can, give Rick at Prism Painting a call or Josh at Prism Painting. They do a lot of new construction. You can go out and take a look at it. You can chat with Mario at the same time. Here's the thing. Go to new construction sites. Take a look at the color palettes that they are using. Go and ask them. They will tell you what the colors are. It's not a secret. But here's the thing. Go and take a look and then mirror what new construction looks like with something that looks nice. Blues and grays are still very popular. Add contrasting colors. Make your door red or navy blue or black. Something that contrasts. Make the millwork. Some people say, George, what the heck is millwork? All right. So if you got a window and you see that trim that goes around it or the trim that goes around your door, it's millwork. And make that a contrasting color. If you have a belly band, if you have a 2-story house and you got this board that's about this wide right through the middle and you think, why would they do that? That's called a belly band. You need a different color. Give it some depth. Give it some color. And that will have a massive impact in today's market about differentiating yourself with others. Now you might be saying, George, if homes are selling within 7 to 10 days, why in the heck do I need to do this? Well, because
Higher price.
Better price.
Better price.
Right there. You're going to get $1.20 for every dollar invested to make that paint job. And who doesn't want to make a 20% return? I do.
I do.
We both do. So there you go. Those are our 4 tips. Now, for those of you that don't know, he has been on our show a number of times. This is Dan Golden with Cornerstone Lending. He comes in, gives us some great information. And before we change the magic board, we've had a couple of conversations, not you and I, but clients saying, George, you said that the rates were 2.6 last week, and I got a rate of 3 or 2.8 or 2.7.
Right.
And they can't seem to make up their mind.
Right.
Tell them, what's going on, Dan?
Well, as you guys have probably all noticed, there's some weird stuff going on in our world right now. I don't know If that's, have you noticed that, George?
No, not at all.
There's some strange things going on in our country, in our world. So those are definitely affecting the rates. So, and the rates can change daily, sometimes midday. So a lot of the advertising that people see, a lot of the, you get the pop-ups on your internet screen when you're shopping online, and it says that the rates are at, crazy low numbers. A lot of times, well, a couple of things. A lot of times those rates you're seeing have a lot of fees associated with them, or points to buy those rates down. Number two, a lot of that's delayed information. People who advertise on the internet or put reports out, you're at least 2-3 business days behind what the current day's rate is. It's fairly accurate. You're not going to see huge volatility within a week, but unless there's some things going on in our country, which there's a lot of things going on in our country. So that's causing a lot of more. There's a lot more volatility going on. So when you see, or someone quotes you a rate on Monday at 2.625, and then 2 days later it's like, let's lock you in. Oh, we're at 2.75 now, or 2.875, and you think, wow, what did that guy do? He just kind of bait and switched me. That's not true. What's happening is there's volatility in the market, and it's just changing. And you might wait one more day and it'll go back down, which is it's actually happened. A week ago we were at 2.625. 3 days later we're at 2.875. Now we're down to 2.75. So it's been volatile. I would say we're going to be in those high 2s, low 3s for the next 6, 9, even 12 months. There's a lot of hype out there right now about inflation and recession, and the rates are going to go up. I saw an article yesterday. It was saying that mortgage rates were going to go up. I believe that's probably true in the long term. In the next 6-9 months, I think they're going to stay pretty flat. And when I say flat, between 2.6 and 3,
And right in there.
that range.
That's because
owner occupied.
Is that crystal ball polish that I gave you that for Christmas?
Yeah, it didn't work very well. My crystal ball is still a little fuzzy, but the bottom line is high 2s, low 3s are just amazing rates no matter what.
I totally agree.
People get really hung up on, oh, well, you said 2.6, now you're at 2.7. I mean, the difference in payment and the real negative, that's still a very good rate.
That is. Hey guys, here's the funny thing, and I know that we have talked about, like in the 70s and early 80s, you had 12% interest, you had 14% interest, and there's some folks on this that are watching this that are going to go, oh yeah, I remember we did a owner carry at 15%, we thought we won the lottery, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when we were looking at 7% rates, everybody thought that they won the lottery. And then when they hit 5, it was like, it can't go any lower. Guys, look, we're sub 3. That is amazing money. As far as borrowing, that is amazing money. All right. And to collateralize yourself, there's some folks that say, hey, I want to pay off my house. So I want my house 100% paid off. And I'm like, that's foolish. You should be putting money back in the market, earning at 6%. Right. And then letting, and then paying your inexpensive borrowed money, because now you're making a return on your return, or compounding that money that you have available to you. And that's a different chat altogether. But anyway,
yes.
So like you said, 2.75 are rates today, always adjusting. Is it safe to say rates in the morning and rates in the evening are going to be 2 different rates?
It can be, yes.
Okay.
Not always, but yes, they can change.
Okay, so understand, people, they go up and down. It's like the stocks. Remember, the feds don't control this. Watch your bonds and your 10-year mortgage-backed securities, your 10-year treasuries. That is what you need to watch. Okay, as those perform well, rates come down. Okay, as the mortgage-backed securities and bonds don't perform well, rates go up. Okay, that is what you need to watch. Don't listen to what the feds are doing. That has nothing to do with it. Those are HELOCs and short-term commercial or loans and credit cards and car payments and things like that.
Right. The thing to think about too, just to add on to that, is everybody's scenario is different. There's a lot of things that can affect this rate. This rate right here is for 20% down, 740 credit score. The high-profile client. If you're not quite there, no big deal. You might have a slightly higher rate. You're still going to get a very competitive rate. So just keep those in mind, the different factors.
Okay, I'm gonna throw Dean a plug here really quick. Now, we've talked about this in the past, that Dan has this really cool program that basically takes your credit, and you don't charge for this, right?
No.
Okay. And what he does, and in fact, I just told a couple of clients that were referred to us, so thank you, Peter and Kasha, that, hey, if you're right on the edge and you use the number of 740, okay, which is that's a point where if you're below it, your interest rate's higher, and if you're above it, your interest rate's lower. Because remember, interest rates are based on risk, and your credit score is directly proportional to risk. All right. So he has this program, and he dials things in, and he says, hey, this will tell you what you need to do that will, with the highest probability of getting you over that next level. And in that scenario, it was like one credit line, and it was like a nominal amount that they had to change. Right. I don't even, was it even $1,000?
I think it was around $1,000. It was a credit card that maybe it was a $4,000 credit limit, and the person owed $3,000, and then you drop it down to $2,000. Their credit scores goes from 725 to 740, which takes them into a much better
interest
rate scenario,
right,
and saves them thousands and thousands of dollars over the years. And that's money that's just getting paid down anyway. I mean, it's money he owes anyway. It's not like he lost money to do that. It didn't cost him anything. He's actually paying down his own debt that he already had, and now he's got a better credit score,
right,
and he has a better rate on his mortgage, and it saves thousands of dollars. So, and that's called rapid rescore. I do it for every client. I probably will do it proactively. You probably won't even have to ask for it. If you're in a certain rate category, I'll try to bump you up to the next, and I'll show you how to do that. It's just an extra service I do.
There you go. So remember, if you have a loan officer that is not offering, doesn't mention this, you might be working with the wrong person. Just saying. All right. This is why we only deal with, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 plus plus. Like our vetted contractors on Bentley.com, it's the same thing. The best, because they provide the best service. All right. There you go. Let's move on to the bridge loan, because that's what this is about. We're going to make this one, this is a moderately complicated process. We're going to simplify it. Most of this happens not with you personally, but with your agent, with escrow, and with Dan's team, all right, or whomever, but this is a process. We're going to go through this. If you have questions, we're going to leave Dan's information, and you'll be able to see the board. So with this, here we go. Dan, I have a house that I'm going to sell, okay? And it's valued at $800,000. That's
right.
And I have a $400,000 mortgage. I want to buy my next house at $1.2 million.
Yep.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, I need a bridge loan.
Yes,
Please walk us through this process.
Well, why do you need a bridge loan?
Well, because I don't have enough cash in my account to fully purchase both homes.
Right. So the main reason people need a bridge loan is either they want to buy it, they want to sell their current property, or they want to buy their new property before selling their current property. They don't want to move twice. They don't want to go on a non-contingent offer,
right?
Or a contingent offer. They want to be non-contingent because they're not going to win unless they're non-contingent. So that's what I'm hearing about. Why do you need a bridge loan? Because I want to go non-contingent, but I don't want to sell my house. I want to not have to move twice, like sell my house, wait, and then buy something new. So in order to do that, the bridge loan, it allows you to bridge those funds over and bridge your qualification. Because the biggest reason people can't buy a house while they own another house is because they can't afford both payments or don't qualify for both payments, or they need the money out of the equity of the house they live in for the down payment of the new house.
Right.
Am I right?
That is correct.
Okay. So that's your scenario. We made an example. You own a home for $800, you owe $400, you're trying to buy something for $1.2 million. What we do is we add the value of both properties. So there's a value of 800 and a value of 1.2 equals 2 million. So the two values are 2 million. We'll do 75, we take 75% of that. That's 1.5 million. We subtract what you owe on your current loan on your current home. So on this scenario, we used 400,000. So that leaves us with a financeable loan of $1.1 million. that means you can apply this 1.1 million to the new property. So you would only have to come in with $100,000. There's ways to do this with zero out of pocket using this bridge loan. So I can explain. I have to know the scenario to see if that works, but there is a way to do this for zero out of pocket, so that the bridge loan, you're not having to pull any money out of savings or investments, and you can qualify for both. And then once you sell, so then you kind of have that step one. There's two steps to this. Simultaneously, while your step one is happening, we're also approving you for your what we call takeout financing, or your final financing, what you would normally have as if you sold your house in a day for cash and bought something new. What you'd want that scenario to look like. We have that kind of set up in the background and ready to go. And then when you sell your house, pay off the bridge loan, and you close on the final takeout financing, which is, like I said, what you would normally do if you sold your house for cash in a day and bought something fresh, bought a new house. What would you want that financing to look like? That's what we do here. So at the end, you're going to be where you want to be as if you sold quickly and bought.
Okay. Now, we talked a little bit earlier about some of the options. So in this scenario, okay, where they end up having to put down $100,000 based on the difference there, and like you say, that could be zero.
Right.
But we come down to here. Let's say that I leveraged some stock.
Yep.
Right. And I had $100,000 of stock that I leveraged, but you know what? I want to keep my stock there.
Right.
Right.
You replenish that.
Okay. So in this scenario, we looked at doing 700 because the math works out to 700. I could actually do an $800,000 loan.
You could
replenish my $100,000.
That's right. There's lots of options on this. We can do a higher loan in the end, so that some of your proceeds come into your pocket, or replenish wherever you obtained the amount you needed in the first step. And that first step can be gift money. It can be money from investment, savings, wherever. And if you want to replenish those funds, we have a way to do that. So
okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different options
Yes.
they can consider.
yeah, it's all about this coordination of the two values and what you owe. So I have to do some calculating, and then I can give you those options.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. All right. So the bridge loan option are for folks that that own a home right now, that don't want to go into an offer being contingent, that they want to basically come in as strong as they want, and they're not wanting to take the risk of hey, what if my house sells? What we call the real estate catch-22, right? Hey, my house sells. Now I'm homeless. Where do I go, right? And then you're scrambling to find something, which is one option. Option number, 2 is that they can absorb an interest-only payment short term to allow them into this other home as they're marketing and selling that home, which I think on average probably 60, 90 days in today's market. If your home is priced well, 2 months, 3 months at the most of interest carry, and there's other options to go with that. Off-market selling your home off-market is another option to consider. That's something we do quite a bit. And if you have questions, Dan Golden at Cornerstone Lending, Marie will post that information. You know how to get a hold of me. If you're interested in marketing your home off-market or being introduced to one or more of our 750 financially pre-approved buyers, which Dan has done many of them, let us know. In the meantime, you guys have an absolutely fabulous Saturday, and don't forget to subscribe. Forgot that part. You gotta subscribe. Subscribe. Get notified of our videos. Get real-time market updates. Get great information like this. In other words, it's just options. There's no cost. There's no obligation. Did I charge you to be here?
No.
Okay, perfect. So it is even free for Dan. In the meantime, you guys have a great day. Thank you very much.
Have a good day.